Fun facts that you didn't know. You'll never believe these fun facts. McDonald's once made bubblegum flavored broccoli. This interesting fact will have your taste buds crawling. Unsurprisingly, the attempt to get kids to eat healthier didn't go over well with the child testers, who were confused by the taste. Some fungi create zombies, then control their minds. The tropical fungus Avocados infects ants' central nervous systems. By the time the fungi been in the insect bodies for 9 days, they have complete control over the host's movements. They force the ants to climb trees, then convulse and fall into the cool, moist soil below, where fungi thrive. Once there, the fungus waits until exactly solar noon to force the ant to bite a leaf and kill it. The first oranges weren't orange. The original oranges from Southeast Asia were a tangerine pomelo hybrid, and they were actually green. In fact, oranges in warmer regions like Vietnam and Thailand still stay green through maturity. There's only one letter that doesn't appear in any U.S. state name. Can you guess the answer to this random fact? You'll find a Z, Arizona, AJ, New Jersey, and even 2 X's, New Mexico and Texas, but not a single Q. Johnny Appleseed's fruits weren't for eating. Yes, there was a real John Chapman who planted thousands of apple trees on U.S. soil. But the apples on those trees were much more bitter than the ones you'd find in the supermarket today. Johnny Appleseed didn't expect his fruits to be eaten whole, but rather made into hard apple cider. Scotland has 421 words for snow. Yes, 421. That's too many fun facts about snow. Some examples: sneasel, to start raining or snowing; feefle, to swirl; flinkdrinken, a light snow. Samsung tests phone durability with a butt-shaped robot. Do these interesting facts have you rethinking everything? People stash their phones in their back pockets all the time, which is why Samsung created a robot that is shaped like a butt, and yes, even wears jeans, to sit on their phones to make sure they can take the pressure. Peanuts aren't technically nuts. They're legumes. According to Merriam-Webster, a nut is only a nut if it's a hard-shelled dry fruit or seed with a separable rind or shell and interior kernel. That means walnuts, almonds, cashews, and pistachios aren't nuts either. They're seeds. Armadillo shells are bulletproof. In fact, one Texas man was hospitalized when a bullet he shot at an armadillo ricocheted off the animal and hit him in the jaw. Firefighters use wetting agents to make water wetter. The chemicals reduce the surface tension of plain water so it's easier to spread and soak into objects, which is why it's known as wet water. Octopuses lay 56,000 eggs at a time. The mother spends 6 months so devoted to protecting the eggs that she doesn't eat. The babies are the size of a grain of rice when they're born. Cats have fewer toes on their back paws. Like most 4-legged mammals, they have 5 toes on the front, but their back paws only have 4 toes. Scientists think the 4-toe back paws might help them run faster. Do you know any other fun facts about cats? Kleenex tissues were originally intended for gas masks. When there was a cotton shortage during World War I, Kimberly Clark developed a thin, flat cotton substitute that the Army tried to use as a filter in gas masks. The war ended before scientists perfected the material for gas masks, so the company redeveloped it to be smoother and softer, then marketed Kleenex as facial tissue instead. Blue whales eat 500,000 calories in one mouthful. These random facts are mind-blowing. Those 457,000 calories are more than 240 times the energy the whale uses to scoop those krill into its mouth. Most Disney characters wear gloves to keep animation simple. Walt Disney might have been the first to put gloves on his characters, as seen in 1929's The Opry House starring Mickey Mouse. In addition to being easier to animate, there's another reason Disney opted for gloves. We didn't want him to have mouse hands because he was supposed to be more human, Disney told his biographer in 1957. The man with the world's deepest voice can make sounds humans can't hear. The man, Tim Storms, can't even hear the note, which is 8 octaves below the lowest G on a piano, but elephants can. The current American flag was designed by a high school student. It started as a school project for Bob Heft's junior year history class, and it only earned a B in 1958. His design had 50 stars even though Alaska and Hawaii weren't states yet. Heft figured the two would earn statehood soon and showed the government his design. After President Dwight D. Eisenhower called to say his design was approved, Heft's teacher changed his grade to an A. Cows don't have upper front teeth. They do have molars in the top back of their mouths though. Where you'd expect upper incisors, cows, sheep, and goats have a thick layer of tissue called a dental pad. They use that with their bottom teeth to pull out grass. Bananas grow upside down. Or technically, we peel them upside down. These random facts will have you eating fruit differently. Naturally, they grow outward from their stems, but that means their bottoms actually face the sky. As they get bigger, the fruits turn toward the sun, forming that distinctive curve. Dogs sniff good smells with their left nostril. Dogs normally start sniffing with their right nostril, then keep it there if the smell could signal danger, but they'll shift to the left side for something pleasant, like food or a mating partner. Learn the real reason dogs follow you everywhere. Avocados were named after reproductive organs. Indigenous people of Mexico and Central America used the Nahuatl word ahuacatl to mean both testicles and avocado. The fruits were originally marketed as alligator pears in the United States until the current name stuck. You only have two body parts that never stop growing. Human noses and ears keep getting bigger, even when the rest of the body's growth has come to a halt. The French have their own name for a French kiss. This interesting fact doesn't date that far back. The word hasn't been around for long. In 2014, galaker, meaning to kiss with tongues, was added to the Petit Robert French dictionary. Movie trailers originally played after the movie. They trailed the feature film, hence the name. The first trailer appeared in 1912 and was for a Broadway show, not a movie. Mercedes invented a car controlled by joystick. The joystick in the 1966 Mercedes F200 showcase car controlled speed and direction, replacing both the steering wheel and pedals. The car could also sense which side the driver was sitting in, so someone could control it from the passenger seat. H&M actually does stand for something. This is one of the random facts you've probably never thought about before. The clothing retail shop was originally called Hens, Swedish for hers, before acquiring the hunting and fishing equipment brand Moritz Widforce. Eventually, Hens and Moritz was shortened to H&M. Theodore Roosevelt had a pet hyena. Its name was Bill and was a present from the Ethiopian emperor. Roosevelt was famous for his many pets, including a one-legged rooster, a badger, a pony, and a small bear. There's only one U.S. state capital without a McDonald's. Montpelier, Vermont, doesn't have any of those golden arches. It also happens to have the smallest population of any state capital, with just 7,500 residents. Europeans were scared of eating tomatoes when they were introduced. Scholars think Hernán Cortés brought the seeds in 1519 with the intent of the fruits being used ornamentally in gardens. By the 1700s, aristocrats started eating tomatoes, but they were convinced the fruits were poison because people would die after eating them. In reality, the acidity from the tomatoes brought out lead in their pewter plates, so they died of lead poisoning. The inventor of the microwave appliance only received $2 for his discovery. Percy Spencer was working as a researcher for American Appliance Company, now Raytheon, when he noticed a radar set using electromagnetic waves melted the candy bar in his pocket. He had the idea to make a metal box using microwaves to heat food, but the company was the one to file the patent. He received a $2 bonus but never any royalties. That's it for this list. If you enjoyed watching, leave a like, comment and don't forget to subscribe. Ring the bell, that way you won't miss any more videos. If you want more videos about fun facts, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.